Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's discussion of Cass and the Fly. I wanted to switch gears a little today to talk a little bit about etiquette when it comes to the internet and educating others. And we're going to be talking a little bit about makeup. I don't generally like to wear makeup, but you all don't like people who don't wear makeup. That's really crazy because you all are the ones who are out crying equality and all this other crazy crap about how women's rights and everything like that. However, you think the new feminism is looking like someone like Kim Kardashian, who's in business, who literally just shows off her private parts, and you think that's normal. And that's what they've generated as normal behavior on the internet, and you're all following it. You think that Taylor Swift is a feminist when she's nothing more than a 14-year-old that actually never grew up. And so that means that you, as her cult following, I like Taylor Swift music. I love Taylor Swift music. I think the beats are amazing. I think the lyrics suck. I think they're disempowering to relationships. I think they're Debbie Downer songs. However, the melodies that somehow somebody in their organization created draws you into pop culture. Most of you have forgotten that she's actually a country singer. When we're talking about people in makeup, I would rather have a man teach me about makeup who wears makeup, who's solid in who they are, who isn't putting their belief system on other people. However, they're really attractive with makeup on and they pull it off because that is their brand. I'm sorry, but if you're a woman who's going to teach about makeup, you better know how to put makeup on. Not show us you standing in front of your current location in a weird dress, who then shows us having someone else put your makeup on. That's not content creation. Content creation is showing you as the person to educate, putting on the makeup. Even if you talk about putting on the makeup. Meaning you better be the one educating on that thing, not letting someone else do that, and then you just stand in front of the camera looking pretty. While your boyfriend then goes into the comment section and goes, "Fire!" Because that literally is your brand. Meanwhile, the Iranians are killing Jewish people, supposedly, because they're working for Hamas. However, you're a proud Persian Iranian who allegedly is dating a Persian. So basically you're telling us that the Persian is trying to kill the Jewish guy. And you're going to write fire on her platform. That's really not very good for someone who claims they like civility. Like, the content that's being created now is nothing but garbage. The point of this whole video is to tell you that you cannot educate on putting on makeup if in one video you tell people that you barely put makeup on, but it looks like you are covered in makeup. You cannot tell people that you don't use filters. However, it's obvious you're using filters. And lighting, and location, and fancy clothes, and whatever else you're using to look a certain way. Let's not forget about your ability to utilize AI to adjust features on you until you can go get the plastic surgery that you're enabling yourself to have to get people to think you're so attractive because you're a spy prostitute known as a sparrow. Where you then go onto your platform and every video you ever post is you hire a chef, although you're making a cookbook. You're making the cookbook, but you hired a chef. I'm sorry, but who would buy a cookbook from someone who doesn't even cook? That means it's not your work. It's someone else's work. Even if I'm cooking, this is really important. Even if I'm cooking from a cookbook and we're talking about oven vegetables, fried oven vegetables, and I coined the name Gary's Oven Fried Vegetables. Why would I call them Gary's Oven Fried Vegetables? Is because he loves those vegetables. But I also gave you like a bibliography where the recipe came from, meaning I gave the author's credit. So you're not actually paying for the recipe, you're having me show you the recipe and we're having fun, and that's what you're actually tuning into. And then I just coined it in because Gary likes those oven fried vegetables. Then when you're talking to me about makeup, you're going to be putting the makeup on? No, you actually show yourself getting more makeup put on by somebody else, because all you're doing is trying to show us how rich you are, how fancy and bougie you are. However, your boyfriend constantly goes on his platform and says how he doesn't like bougie. Meanwhile, take a look at the platform of the person that he supposedly divorced his wife for. Although the ex-wife, was just as bad as this Iranian bitch. Meanwhile, we have horror going on in the streets while you claim out we need people to be civil. Civil or civil? Civil is a movie of a woman who's completely insane. Meaning you want to understand that if you grew up with a silver spoon up your ass and all you do is hire chefs, hire makeup artists, hire other people to do everything including wipe your ass, you're not a content creator. And let's not forget the fact that you don't like people. You look like a prostitute, and you better go back and take a look at the Miami videos all the way down at the bottom of her content. And take a look at how her and Heather Musa, how fucking evil they are, because they went to school. That's why she was off the internet for a couple of years, because she was in training to be a prostitute, because she knew that she couldn't make it on her own. Well, we'll just give you a fake this and a fake that and a fake this, and we'll put you here and here and here. We'll have everything look so cool on the internet, and that's what content creators are up to at this time. We'll do weird shit, we'll cause abuse, we'll scream at, this is like the most insane thing that I've ever seen in my life. A man is standing outside, has beliefs. This is different than what you all are experiencing. I'm with Trump. And then a woman responds in that way. And that's the future of this country, with people like Monavand representing internet. That woman screaming at the top of her lungs wants to put people in a Holocaust. That's what you want to understand. That the Democrat Party is actually wanting to off Republicans. That's when Hillary Clinton speaks to reprogramming. However, I don't believe in the new America. I believe in the old America, adding in the ability to communicate with other countries in a civil way versus what you all are representing at this time. Meaning 100% across the board, you all are absolutely up to nothing. Meaning all you're doing is propagating propaganda for certain sides of the fence so that you can grow your platforms. Because if you don't support the agenda of the Democratic Party, then you will not be seen by any platform, which means that we are not on a fair playing ground. And that's why women are standing in the street, acting like fools and screaming in a movie theater while Taylor Swift is singing on the screen. They're screaming it. They're not singing it. They're screaming it, and Taylor Swift's sitting back going. And that's what you represent. Meanwhile, you make bad business deals with Kelsey to promote vaccinations. Although before all of this, the last vaccination, y'all were against vaccinations because you thought Donald Trump was behind the vaccination. But it's obvious that Fauci, who's a Democrat, was behind the vaccination. And so when you found out that the Democrats were up to the vaccination, then you were all about the vaccination. You all are the most immature, dumb. I'm sorry, but if you're having other people come to your house to put makeup on, you got mental problems. And if that is all your content is up to, and that's your wife, that's your fiance, that's your girlfriend, all I can say to you is you're a fraud. How are you selling makeup when you don't even know how to put makeup on? How is your business a $1 billion business when you don't even know how to put makeup on? How is your company an advertising business if you don't even really know advertising and you're all about the manipulation of an audience? Because that's really the narrative that you're actually painting. So that you can hurt your fans and followers that you proclaim and claim to be helping. You put Chicken Chow on your platform and then say that he's going to be the next Disney. So what real topics are you actually discussing? That's for everybody. Joe Rogan. Oh, it's all politically driven and you don't want to get cancel cultured. If you create a fan base of real conversation, like a real person, then cancel culture isn't even a thought in your mind. Whether someone would agree with what you have to say or not, that's because you created an experience. This is not how it's happening at this time. You created an experience for your audience to say, okay, well, she likes that and I like this. Well, that's cool. No, instead, you talk about looking beautiful, walk, talk, beauty. Can't even come up with your own fucking ideas. Literally, every video is not her idea. He tells her everything. Let me just copy this and let me copy that. It pisses women off when a woman is going to sit there in a fucking makeup chair at her house again while she looks like she's the queen of the fucking universe while your little ass is working his ass off and then shows up with some seductive scenery at a fucking pencils for promise bullshit that literally is stealing from babies while your fiance looks like a prostitute again. I'm fire. Let me go to her house while she's getting her makeup done. He wears t-shirts and jeans. And she's all bougie. But now he's wearing fluffy black shirts that are all feminine. Because he's got to be part of the political system. So we don't live in a free country. We're now in Russia and Iranian. Because it doesn't feel like America anymore. Okay, so we're having a party tonight, a clean eat party, where we hire a chef. We're even going to print out menus. How fucking stupid can you fucking be? Because that's your content. But you're really not about the content. You're really about trying to seduce people into thinking certain ways about you so that you can get looked upon by certain people that you think you have to impress. And that goes vice versa. So you don't do your own makeup. You don't cook. Yet you talk about beauty, you talk about a book that you claim is going to be chefdomhood. You're supposedly a pharmacist, yet you never talk to education and side effects from drugs because you never actually went to a pharmacy school. You don't like people. You don't like Gary even, although you pretend to like him because you say in a Shaws of Sunset episode that you want a man with money. You then prance around in fancy clothes. You teach absolutely nothing except for bougie pictures that are all staged by other people. And then you just sit there, and that's your content creator. Let's not forget about how she talks about your opinion. Well, what do you think about me getting this brand deal? What do you think about me being vegan? What do you think about this Caesar salad? I'm so proud of you. You must be brain dead. You must be brain dead, folks, to be entertained by that. However, I'm going to let you know that it's a shelf of bullshit. Her shit stinks. Literally. That's why I call her diarrhea underwear. Which I haven't called that in a while, which I think it needs to be put into place. Her fashion sense sucks. She's ugly as shit. And she lies about fucking everything. We live in America, and this is an example of what content creators are up to behind the scenes. While they paint a picture and a narrative for you in the front lines so that they can fuel their businesses. Because I will let you know that when I first met Gary Vee, his business was in big time trouble. And guess who helped him pull that shit out of the fucking shitter? You may have done the fucking work, but I literally was there every fucking step of the way, pushing your ass to produce more, to do more, coming up with ideas. Well, you took all the credit for it, and then you took another woman all across the globe while everybody sat back and laughed at me. So you try to sit over here in these shoes and feel what it feels like while you proclaim to protect me from being murdered by Mona Vand and her Iranian fuckface family. Because you definitely will show up at her house for Christmas when you're a Jewish person, when the Iranians are killing Jews right now, allegedly. Sounds a little fishy to me, if you ask me. Meanwhile, she shows people doing her makeup, and then she wants to educate you on makeup. Now, if you watch her content, which I am literally an investigator, every fucking day is the same fucking thing. Look at me and my selfie in the mirror. Look at the dog now. Look at the dog I'm abusing. Look at this coffee mug of juice. Look at this drink. I like 2 drinks. Well, look what we got going on. It never produces. So I produce 5 stories a day, maybe 1 carousel. And who fucking knows about anything else, because she's only literally on TikTok and Instagram, and that is all. So she doesn't actually even live by the theories of what her so-called boyfriend represents. Meanwhile, he is an avid sports fan, although she shows up in a fancy outfit. Yet there you go on another fucking trip, another fucking party, so that you can show off in front of Kim Kardashian? Fucking disgusting. No personality. It's all a show. It's all a script. It's all disgusting, and it's representative of all that's going on the internet. We're in October 20th of 2023, and those of you who are tuning in the future, I want to let you know that this is what is going on across all people's platforms at this time, especially those who have a lot of money or a lot of followers. Everybody's doing it. So I don't know where we are in the future of politics or what the fuck ever. Your content in October of 2023 is the worst shit that's ever existed on this planet. It's literally taking out real existence to create Stepford Wives, and it's a comedy show of garbage. The bitch is literally sitting there having a makeup artist do her makeup and her hair, and then she goes, it's date night. No man standing around her, although we know he's there. Some cello event or some bullshit. to where she then is going to walk, talk beauty because she doesn't know what else to fucking say. Like she's going to open up a makeup line now and compete with Kim Kardashian. Kim, do you hear what's going on here? That is not a content creator. That is a slimeball slut who literally just wants to look a certain way for an audience. While a man obliges to her every fucking need, which is a fucking photograph just to look cool. I only have 3 poses. I do this, and I do this. And I don't know what to do when I sit. So let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, give them to me because I'm not stupid. You have got to be fucking kidding me. That's your future, Gary Vee. And then you go onto her platform. You're the best part of the night. Yeah, it looks like you're real happy in those photographs, even from Pencils for Promise. That's what happens when bad people get in charge and nobody fucking says anything with your dumb ass. Be kind. We all need to be civil. Oh, okay, so now I want to let you know that there's a perspective shift on what civil looks like. It's like copied as kindness, but they're not civil. They're malicious, they're deviants, it's horrific. It's like holding something in front of someone's face, and then you say, here, and before they are able to grab it, you drop it. But it's worse than even that. Because only malicious people think in the way that they speak. So today we're going to put out a fake event where we're going to have a clean eating party. I've got some old menus in my closet. We'll just put one on a plate. You're going to stand here in your cute outfit. And then we're going to take a video as if we're having an eat clean party. Because she's going off on the internet and we have to stop her. That's not a fair playing ground, is it? That's malicious, isn't it? Or maybe you enjoy that kind of maliciousness in existence. Since I am a real person and these fucking bougie fucks out of New York City are fucking trash. This is like the era of, what's that movie with The Butcher? Those people are like The Butcher. So you don't be kind to the butcher, do you? You be strategic. You see what each video actually is intended to mean, and then you fucking battle that fucking shit. Meaning, look at me get makeup put on, and look how pretty I am, and look how shitty you are. You did notice that I started putting makeup on, and that's why she made that fucking video, right? To say, I have someone put my makeup on. Do you have someone wipe your own ass? Do you have someone wipe your ass too? You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't take care of the dog. You don't take care of nobody. You literally do whatever the fuck you want. You have nobody really following you except for bots in your network because they're all just judging the fuck out of you. You literally do nothing. You have no education. You are like, I just can't even describe the nasty of what this woman is up to. It's nasty, y'all. It's like not American. This is not an American. This isn't like the difference between this Iranian bitch and Gary Vee is Gary Vee used to stand in American culture. This bitch is trying to recreate American culture into being what she's doing with Gary Vee as the culture, which makes slavery normal again. It just looks a little bit different. And they call it content creator. And you're their fans and followers. So before you start taking advice from a prostitute, meaning take a look at J-Lo and what she's fucking posting right now. She's a fucking grown-ass woman. Meaning these people do not care about ethics, morals, and values at all. They care about self-centered, egotistical, relevance, bullshit. Meaning you don't see Meryl Streep, who still acts, by the way, acting like that. You don't see any of these hoes acting like that. Although they got their own snake inside them. Women are the downfall of this country, specifically speaking to Hillary Clinton and anyone who's supporting that shit. Men are just oozed by the green goo of a prostitute. All Epstein customers. You do realize that some of these people are Epstein customers, like Robert De Niro, right? Yet you worship the ground they walk on. Franco, Epstein customer. That's the dark side of Hollywood. Then you have the other dark side of Hollywood, which is the Blake Lively's, who decided they wanted to marry Ryan. And so then Ryan was forced into an arranged marriage. He's miserable as fuck, yet he can't get out of it because they didn't give him permission yet to fuel the cheating scandal that he'll be in the future, because they always make the guy the bad guy because women are weak as fuck. That's not strong woman. That's a pretend strong woman. Let me show you how I put my makeup on, Gary. Look at me. I'm having someone else put my makeup on, which is a mask, and I'm ready to go to some fancy event in another white dress. How fucking embarrassing. I'm sure that everyone in the auditorium is watching this content. So you're all wearing your mask of maliciousness, supporting an Iranian spy that I literally tell you every fucking day that this bitch is a fucking spy. She goes to Canada to spend time with her parents. They're supposedly divorced. Supposedly this and how did the hell the timelines don't even fucking work out? Ask the guy, the fashion guy who did the yoga thing with her when she was just getting started in her career. How old was she then? She looked like she was about 25. That was what, 5 years ago? Which means that she ain't who she says she is, yet you all just say, okay. Because you're too busy doing agenda for the Democrats instead of worrying about your own existence. This is the millennial Gen Z war of the century. I've never seen such horrible people in my entire life. And I will continue to speak out against people like Mona Van or Taylor Swifties until you all are exposed to yourselves. You should be ashamed for what you've done to your parents, to everyone around you. And if I were the parents of those twats, I would handle that shit. Cut them off financially, cut them off emotionally, and let them flounder in their own shit. You better remember how every day I grow and grow and grow in the abilities to battle the Obama regime. I got a little cut yesterday from what I posted. Usually they would have bashed my head against the door and I would have gotten a big cut across my eye. Or a big triton in my chest, which came from Pelosi. However, my strengths in knowing thyself and battling your dumb asses. You all are dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Like no brain. And you really think that we're that dumb, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, this turned into a longer presentation than I wanted to, and it really went off the rails with not just being about makeup, but the makeup thing is an example of politics, of any job you're doing, of people in business, of content. I mean, it's literally all kinds of levels. So whatever you're dealing with in your life, this is reflective of what you're dealing with. Meaning someone else is putting your makeup on, and then now you're going to teach about the makeup? That is not logical business sense. That's not logical advertising. That's not somebody who would support someone who's actually up to real shit in business. So somebody like Gary Vee, who claims to be such a great businessman, would never be with someone like that. That's how dumb she is, how unprofessional she is, and honestly, how fucking slutty she is. You do know that every party they go to, she's fucking someone else. Whether it's with the eyes, with the energy, with the voice, whatever it is, she's fucking someone else. Meaning she's not loyal. She's a trash. Now you need to take a look at your business sense, Gary Vee, to see if that's your future. Because right now it looks like that is your future. Look at me put makeup on as I do a beauty walk. That makes no fucking sense. Everyone knows that if you walk while you're putting makeup on, or walk while you have makeup on, that your makeup gets ruined. So why would you walk and do a makeup? And when you walk, you actually walk. You don't just stand there. That's how dumb you are. So back to what I was saying, whatever you're dealing with is everything that I just talked about. So I hope you like the way I'm putting my makeup on. I'm not using too much makeup. I'm just using a little, but it definitely accentuates my features and it makes my videos a little bit more visually appealing to you judgmental fools out there. And I say judgmental fools in a very positive way. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying, and thank you for sharing.